What's up, guys? Welcome back to the day after. Actually, it's been a while since we did literally a day after the game because of timing and our personal life. But we're back. We won a game. It feels like forever, but actually, it's not been forever. But we did beat well, literally the Serie B side, Monza, one of the worst teams in Serie A history, like factually, basically. We beat them at home 2-0, which puts us um, on top again, especially after, well, tonight, Bologna failed to beat Udinese and Lazio are losing at home against Parma 2-0 at this moment in time. So it was in our own hands either way, no matter what was going to happen today, with Bologna and with Lazio. But it's more in our hands right now because of the results. We'll talk about what that actually really means. We'll talk about the game. We'll talk obviously about Yildiz, that situation, and we will see where the conversation leads then. But anyway, how are you doing, Norbert? Actually, I was gonna call you Tudor because I don't know why, but
Thanks.
how are you
That would
doing?
be that would be awesome. That would be awesome. Yeah, thanks. Not much over here. Yeah, I was excited about Bologna not winning, which is kind of sad because we are Juventus. We need to be excited about these things, but that's our lives, I guess, the past few years. So yeah, let's talk about this game
I
and what the future holds.
I actually I didn't know Bologna were playing today. I saw on Twitter Lazio going 1-0 down, and I was like, who are they playing? I also forgot, so I looked it up, and I was like, Bologna didn't even win as well. I'm not looking at the other teams, to be honest, because like I said, you're in control no matter what was gonna happen today. You played them both, so you're in control. So I was like, it doesn't really, like, for me, the situation remains the same. Nothing changed, basically. We um we messed up at Parma, basically. Like, if we beat it in Parma, uh,
Yeah,
was it a couple of days or like a week ago, whatever, or a couple of days ago, then yeah, you're basically in right now, But Roma did beat Inter, so I think people are forgetting. Yeah, they have a tough schedule. I think they play Atalanta, they play Milan.
yeah,
Do they play Bologna? No, they play Torino. I don't know. And they play
yeah,
Fiorentina. I don't know who they play. Or Bologna. I'm not sure. But they have a tough schedule. But then again, they did beat, Inter. So what is tough at this moment in time, But yeah, we will start with the game because we did beat Monza. Somebody saying this proves why Motta is a joke. Tudor proves because Motta would have lost this game. Well, we lost against Parma. So again, like we lost against Parma, So we are not improving, by the way. If it, like I don't no, we'll talk about the game, but the first question, because do you think we're improving? Because I don't see improvement, by the way. Like, I don't expected improvement, I just win the game and whatever, but I don't see improvement. Even yesterday's, like, the goals were good, but like there was a shot from far out from Nico Gonzalez, and there was a good goal
yeah,
from Colomani. But I've seen Turam drive the ball many times, and I've seen us miss a couple of those. So we're not doing anything shockingly better, in my opinion. I know the standards are low, but even when they're low, I don't see I don't see any big change, in our performances. If I'm
yeah.
being completely honest.
Yeah, what is really positive, to be honest, now that we can see that under Tudor, every game at the beginning of the games we're pushing really hard, and we scored a few goals from this, and yeah, not much change. Um, it's we beat Monza, which is already relegated like a Serie B side, as you said. So um, nothing really changed. But yeah, we got lucky so far with the other results, and I think the only thing that is changed is kind of scary to me because now a draw is enough against Bologna if we beat the rest. Um,
Oh yeah,
and
okay. We still play
yeah,
Lazio.
and yeah, and I'm afraid that we're gonna play for a draw from the beginning. I hope
Hmm.
not, but that's my biggest fear.
I don't think we will have it. I think we will need to go for it because Bologna cannot play for a draw, so they're gonna come. Like Bologna have
Yeah,
no other. Like, they have nothing to lose. Bologna. Like, I mean, if they lose out on Champions League, it's not a failed season for them, you know. So they're
Yeah,
gonna go for it. They play at home. Yes, they didn't beat Udinese, but I mean, it can happen. I guess like we lost to Parma. You know that's the battle we are in right now. But they're gonna attack us. You know on Sunday. I think it's Sunday. Yeah, they're gonna attack us because they have not. We have like in the race for top four. We are the only club in for a loss if we miss out. If the others miss out, Lazio,
yeah,
Bologna, Roma, they didn't really fail this season. We would have failed massively. So the pressure is still on us. I think everybody knows that. You know, that's the title of the show. He needs to fight. Um Despite everything and despite everything there's so many things going around like the squad is like I've never seen so many injuries. I think in one season. I'm not like we had it bad the previous seasons, but this is insane, you know. And I saw people, you know, celebrating that Kelly's injured. I think he's bad. I think he's a really poor player, Kelly. You know, I saw stats about clearances, and I'm like, he was just kicking the ball away from poor Monza crosses. Like we are not gonna hype that, you know. But he's out, and you don't have a defender. Yes, Savona. Do I trust Savona? No. Like he came on yesterday, 10 minutes, picked up a yellow card already. Like he actually strikes fear into me when I watch him play lately. Um, I don't rate Kelly, but that's another man down. You know, you're going to Bologna with Locatelli center back most likely. I don't think he's gonna play Savona, by the way. I think he's gonna do something crazy, and you know that's just that's crazy. You know, for all the difficulties we already had, that's an added one for Tudor. You know, now you're in a situation where you don't even have fit players in their position.
yeah. And the Vega is he's extremely good in that middle, and probably he will be slotted to the left, and
Yeah,
probably Gatti will come in
I
to
don't
the
think he will
middle
be
where
ready. Got it.
yeah, I
He
don't
said he
know what's
starts
gonna
running on
happen.
Thursday, or what did he say? Wednesday, Thursday? Like, yeah. I mean,
He was supposed to play already against Monza, no? So I thought he's really close to come back. But other than that, we have Savona, and that's it. So if Gatti is not, he can't play, then Savona needs to play, and that's
or is he going to change the back line? Is he, you know, maybe potentially playing with four, you know, and just play?
mm.
I don't know if I need to call it safe, but like just play, you know, Kalulu Vega, Cambiasso, and maybe Wea.
I don't know. Cambiasso is already scaring me, to be honest. He should not play. He's total garbage. There is no point. But again, we don't have any sub, so he kind of have to play.
Yeah, because I've seen, you know, Locatelli and Savona.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen that Locatelli will go back.
Then I think he's going to
He's
play
too
with a
good.
back four.
Mm.
I don't think he's gonna
Yeah, he
I don't think he's gonna throw in Savona. Like Savona hasn't
he used to
played
do that.
enough. Yeah, but like he hasn't played enough under Tudor for me to suggest that he
Yeah,
trusts him from the minute one. That's my
yeah. I
thing.
meant that Tudor used to play
Yeah, yeah, in the back
four-man
four.
defense whenever he
Yeah,
had to. So
I think it makes more sense right now. You know, I think
yeah,
it does. Like you said, you know, pulling Locatelli from there, like we don't have options in midfield as well. Like
yeah,
let's be real, we don't have anyone. You know, it's Thuram and Locatelli who are holding it down. Other than that, like it's not good. You know,
yeah,
so it's like you're not really strengthening the backline with Locatelli because he's not a center back, but you're definitely weakening the the midfield. So it's like a loss. There's no win in it. You know, so I do believe he's gonna switch it up to a back four. I think that makes the most sense. You know, especially with Timothy Weah, because in that situation you could potentially move to a back three. I think Cambiasso can slot in, even though I know, like you said, he's playing poor and he is playing poor. You know, it's actually unbelievable. Like transfer thing or Man City or not, like that's really poor. You know, no matter what you have going on, like that's months ago. You know, like I don't get what happened there. But like it's having a negative impact on us, on the team. You know, he's like, you know what it is. He doesn't like. It's not that he's like he's not involved as much, but the way he played under Motta in the first part of the season. Like he's not gonna play under Tudor. That's one. But he's not like he's making weird decisions, especially defensively rather than on the ball.
Yeah,
It feels nonchalant. It feels like whatever, and
yeah.
that's costing him
Like we
and
saw
us.
it. We saw it against Parma. The he lost the ball where they scored. So he
Yeah,
tried. I don't even know what he tried. He tried to kick
I
it
don't
in a
know.
weird way, or
Scissor kick back heel.
and yeah, and forward, he's not doing anything. He's not doing what he used to do. Like I don't know what's happening.
Forward, like he's not gonna push as much under Tudor. That's for sure. That's definitely for
Yeah,
sure. It's different with Mota, but like even with Mota or not, it was the first part and the second part of the season. That's the difference, rather than a setup or a tactical choice. It's just something snapped in his head. I don't know what it is, but it's not helping anyone. It's actually it's not even helping himself at this moment in time.
yeah,
So that's weird. But like I said, we won the game. I thought the goals were quality. Obviously, weird enough. Kolomani missed an easy one a couple of minutes earlier. And then
yeah.
like
It was the
similar,
same.
yeah, but a bit
Yeah,
further out,
similar.
he puts it away.
Yeah,
But the goals were quality. I thought, you know what it is. What I disliked from the game, I also kind of liked a little bit. What I disliked is some of the celebrations, and I don't want to say don't celebrate, but they were like, what now? Like, and I was like, I don't know what to tell you. What now? You lost to Parma a couple of days ago. You're scraping top four. Like, what do you want
yeah,
me to do? Like, it was a bit over the top. The flip side of it is Colomani, especially Nico Gonzalez, they look like, well, at least we care in that game. Like 10 men down. They like Nico Gonzalez was running after everything. Colomani as well. Even if it was pointless in the second half, they were just running at everything just to, I don't know, like do something, because again, we were 10 men in the second half, but that's still not an excuse for having 18% possession against Monza. Like let's be real about it. Let's be
yeah,
serious for a second. That was too much of sitting back or like just kicking the ball away. That was like you should at home against Monza, even with 10 men. I'm not saying you should be dominating that second half, even with 2-0 up. It's not needed. But you cannot, be in that quote unquote trouble for 45 minutes. That's way too much, in my opinion. But going back on the Gonzalez and Colomani thing, I think there were two that stood out, not just because of the goals, but like I said, they actually kept playing for like 90 minutes. Not
yeah.
literally, but like the intensity was there from them.
And they really needed these goals
They
because
did.
like everyone saw, it's like the biggest stone fell off from their back. Like Nico Gonzalez was celebrating if he won the World Cup or something, or the Champions League. And yeah, Colomani showed that he's back or he's here or whatever. But yeah, both of them were, and we knew that Nico Gonzalez, that's the only thing he can do every game is fight. And this time he scored as well.
He was
And yeah,
actually,
the
besides that, I thought he was good, also on the
yeah.
ball, the movement, everything. I thought he was good, but like
Now,
I don't want
now
to
that
say
there
it's
is no
Monza.
Yildiz, he really needed to score because now he will have a bigger piece of this offense. I think next week,
Yeah, by
this week.
default. By default.
Yeah,
It's just by default. Um I mean, we didn't see Douglas Luiz Gonçalves, but yeah, that was never gonna happen with him, man. So not much to say about that one as well. But in general, was it a good game to watch? Not really.
mm,
But I don't think anyone is expecting good games right now. It's just somehow win, and that's it. I'm not going into games right now to be entertained. That would be insane. If I have that expectation, I'm just going in there seeing the bare minimum. Like Colomani and Nico Gonzalez. So just fight and get it over the line. Bologna on the weekend, same fight and somehow get it over the line. Like that's the only thing we can ask right now. because there's no like nothing is gonna change. It's the same thing over and over again. And I'm not blaming Tudor, but like nor am I saying that I don't expect anything. That's my take. The moment Mota got sacked with 9 games to go and Tudor came in, my expectations were kind of this, more of the same basically. Maybe with a little tweak here and there, but in general, the big picture, just more of the same. And right now, it's like
Yeah,
if you don't told me who the
I don't
coach
know.
is, yeah, intensity a bit more, but like quality, that's my thing. Like quality and consistency throughout 90 minutes. Like it's like, yeah, like both are not good, you know. They're not good enough. Both versions are not good enough. Maybe one is just about good enough to get top four, but in general, it's not good enough, to move forward.
Yeah, and also it's hard to change anything major during the season, and like nine games left when he took over. And I think it's smart to just just tinker with the team and bring back the fighting spirit. So yeah, anyone who expected the champagne football or whatever,
Yeah,
that was never realistic.
that was never gonna happen. Um, Let me read out a few comments before we move on. We need luck, and luck seems to be on our side this weekend. Apart from the Yildiz blunder, we will talk about that in a sec. Is a draw enough against Bologna? Will Roma take advantage of that? Yeah, no, we need to win. Like a draw is not like
Yeah,
the situation hasn't
if we
changed.
draw, yeah, but I don't believe Roma will win everything. So
No, no, no. I mean, you would assume not, but we all assume Bologna would lose against Inter. We would all assume Roma wouldn't beat
yeah,
Inter, but you never know. We just need to win, no matter what happened today. Um, I don't like the fact that Fiorentino plays Roma next has to play a European game midweek. That helps Roma. Yeah, this is what it is. At the moment, it doesn't matter if the squad is improving on Tudor as long as we're getting wins and secure Champions League. Yeah, that's basically it. Um, Galli is the worst center back to play for Juve in Serie A in my lifetime. Boom Song only played was in Serie B. Ooh, I've seen worse. Well, yeah, I think I've
I'm
seen
sorry. I
worse.
think Kelly's not. Yeah, we've seen
He's
worse.
not that bad. I've seen worse, but he's also not good. Not for up for what our standards should be. It's not that. Um, the mental support for the players is non-existent. Cambiasso is just the tip of the iceberg. There's a pattern of good players who couldn't deliver with us, and I truly think it's a mental issue. I think the celebrations are better explained by both those players, especially Nico, struggling so much to make an impact game more relief for them eventually than anything else. Yeah, but Colomani was a bit over the top. I'm sorry. And also I heard Nico Gonzalez's comments, the moment Mota got sacked and it took like 4 or 5 games to
Yeah,
actually do
yeah,
something. And I'm like I'm
that was
happy,
bad.
but I'm sorry. Like at the end of the day, I still need to repeat it basically. This is one of the biggest clubs in the world. Like it's not, like it's not overreacting or something. Like it is. It's one of the biggest clubs in football. Period. You know, everybody knows the club. The fans are everywhere. It is one of the biggest clubs. Actually, one of the biggest sports club. People do not like it. I'm not saying it's a top one or two, but that's it. That's the reality. You know, it's the biggest club in a massive country as well. I'm not gonna sit here and like obviously if we win, I'm happy. But remember 2 years ago we were on a winning streak, with Allegri, and me and Julian were like, it's gonna happen, it's gonna fall apart. Like we came on and we're like, it's a good win, but it's not sustainable. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to say it's a win, but it doesn't mean that you won. You need to forget about it and move on with your day. Yesterday again, we won, but we didn't do anything. Like I'm not at the end of the season. If we get top four, you think I'm gonna celebrate? In 2 3 weeks, if we made it, you think I'm gonna come out and gloat? I'm gonna come out and be like, we escaped, we got away with it again, or be like, you know what I mean? And that's it. Move on.
Yeah,
If we were good, I would not be talking like this. I would be unbearable. But we're not good. Like I cannot back that. Like, and people also think if you criticize the team, you don't support the team. If I don't support the team, you think I come on and do this crap every single day? Like it actually takes literally time out of my day doing this. making videos, money. Like it cost me money doing this. By the way, I'm not complaining, but when people say you don't care about the club, whatever, because those are the comments, um, I'm like, really? If I wouldn't, if I didn't care, then I would not be doing this. I wouldn't be sitting here. I would be watching, I don't know, a game, a movie. I don't know. But I'm here because I actually care about the club. And because I care about the club, I'm like, this is not good. This is not good, If we win, fine. But this is not good. This is the bare minimum, basically, But it is was it's like when we signed Kelly and people like give him a chance and whatever. I'm like, we all gave him a chance, but that doesn't mean you need to lie about what we know about that player. Like it makes no sense, We all knew he wasn't good, but I gave him a shot. I'm like, he signed for us. I'm gonna give it a shot. But what I've seen, it's not good. It's not because a lot of people like forget that he's not good, but give him a shot. But when you say something about a player coming in who's not good, oh, but you never give him a shot. I'm like, but there's a track record of him not being good. I'll give him a shot, but you cannot act like he just kicked onto the scene. That's not the case. But anyway, it is what it is, I guess. Not gonna say top 5, but top 10 certainly. There was a time they were a top 5 club. Like that. English folk still mention our name, and you can still sense the fear in their voices. We are a boogeyman that has been reduced to straight to DVD sequels. I mean, yeah. Whoever defends his squad and this management at the moment doesn't know Juve. We all support them, but there's no defending at the moment. Yeah, that's my point. Like, we support the club, but at the end of the day, you've seen a better Juve. We all seen, like
Yeah.
we've all seen a better Juve, a much better Juve. Like it's not even close. So, and that those were the standards of the club, not this, not this. Like maybe this is silly, but when the club puts out social media posts, about happy birth or like good morning videos, you remember the clips. And the comments are like, yo, man, I love this squad. I'm like, how can you love this squad? From a hello, good morning video? Like, what's happening? And the club sees that and they're like posting that crap again, because they're eating it up. And I'm like, how can you love this squad? It's ridiculous. It's actually ridiculous. But anyways, let's move on to the big story. And there wasn't the win. It was Yildiz, who did something insane, and I overreacted immediately. I said, "Don't play him anymore," because I was just pissed. I couldn't believe that he did that. With the momentum of the game, the opponent, what we still had to do. With Bologna, Lazio, Udinese, and Venezia. I'm like, what the hell happened? Like I couldn't believe it. Like I watched it about 10 times, and then I was like, I cannot believe what he did. It did remind me. And that's when I calmed down, because I do my match reactions straight after, which is actually not a good idea. But anyway, when I calmed down, I was like, Pogba did the same thing. If I'm not mistaken, at home against Siena, when we already won the league, and he spit on somebody. And he got suspended for the next season as well. I think he got like 3 games, and he missed out on the first game, or he missed out on the Super Cup, whatever, like something like that. We never expected that to happen, because Pogba was Pogba, and it never happened after that. So I don't think it's gonna happen again. And you can see on Yildiz's face that he was shocked himself. That he was like, like it felt like he did it, and he didn't knew that he did it. Very strange. And he apologized immediately, which is good. The club is backing him, which they need to do. The players, they're shielding him, which is a good thing, by the way. But the flip side is you're missing one of your best players for 2 key games, probably. Especially 100% Bologna, knowing in Italy, probably also. Lazio, and actually we shouldn't be complaining if he also needs to sit out on Lazio. Like it is. I saw people making excuses, and I'm like, let's not do that. He did what he did. He did what he did, and now he needs to accept it, and we need to accept it. But yeah, I was shocked. I was just completely shocked.
Yeah, he it was a targeted elbow to the head. Like he looked back, he saw him coming, and he elbowed him to the head. He owned up to it. He's a young kid. He will learn from it, and let's go. And yeah, I agree. I don't think it's going to be one game. Um, it's going to be two. So it is what it is. And yeah, Cope Miners needs to step up if he plays.
I don't think he's gonna. I forgot about Cole Bynes. I'm not gonna lie. I actually forgot about him. Now you bring him up. I'm like, because we talked about earlier, we don't have a midfield. Lazio 2-2. Somebody says.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
that's why I don't look at it. Oh, he actually did score it out. That's why I don't look at the standings, because we just need to do what we need to do, and you need to win the games. But yeah, the Yildiz one is crazy, and it's costing us. It will cost us, because even if you think he's not playing well, or like, and he's being dragged down with the team, quality wise, at the end of the day, you can be playing Bologna and you can be suffering for 90 minutes, and he pops up, with a simple with a pass that seems simple but opens it all up. That's the things I think we're gonna need to do what we need to do against Bologna and/or Lazio. And that's missing. You brought up Cope Miners. Hope he does well. I mean, he hasn't been well all season. It's not gonna happen right now. Nico Gonzalez has been poor all season. Yes, he scored, but like, the chances are much higher that he's gonna be poor than he's gonna be good again. Like, that's not me
Yeah,
trying to bring him down. But it's just based on last season. Conceição, for example, the chances of him doing something good compared to him doing something bad are not looking good for us. That's just the sad reality of it. So it will cost us. It will cost us. It's just another option less. And yeah, I still cannot believe he did that. I don't know, like, why? Like, why?
it was not even at the midfield. It was still in our third.
You know what it is? Like, what makes it worse is the result and the opponent you're playing. Like, that shouldn't be in game you get fired up for. I know he pulled his jersey before that happened. I was like, but that's not
Yeah,
like that. Like, I don't get it. If this was you're playing Inter in a high intensity, but even then you cannot lose your head. But I've seen high intensity games. Two teams going at each other, and they lose their heads. Good, very good players, top world class players. But this, like, it made no sense. Like, it actually makes no sense. But it's done. Like, it's done, and then yeah, I mean, it's not good for Tudor or us. That's for sure.
yeah, he's a young kid, and I don't know. Montero got 16 red cards when he played for us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I think that was in a time where we didn't need to go to Venezia probably to secure top four. So it didn't really matter.
yeah.
And we didn't
It's
really
crazy now that
rely
I'm.
on Montero to, win us games. So
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but it's crazy now that I'm thinking about it. I saw all of the Champions League finals we had, and sadly, only one victory.
yeah.
Crazy.
Um should we sign Conceição though? Is he worth it? But not for me. 40 million?
Mm.
No, definitely not for me. People hate to
So
like,
we
but I
paid
don't know.
already
So
10 for the loan, and now another 30.
man, that's an absolute no for me. I'm sorry.
It also depends who's the coach. Like if we're not playing with wingers, there is no point.
Yeah, even if we have a coach with the wingers, no.
Yeah,
It's
I don't know.
that's not worthy to pay 40 million, in my opinion. Okay. Yeah, no. Like, at the start of the season, I was like, maybe it will grow consistent. He's never gonna be consistent with it, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So that's a no for me. There are better options, I think, and even like you said, who's the coach? Maybe that money could be used in a different position rather than on the right hand side. So it's a
And
no for me.
right now, it looks like it's either Tudor or Conte, and we're not hearing anything else. And none of those coaches play with wingers, so
Yeah, as well. But I mean, it cannot be Tudor. Let's be honest. I'm sorry. It cannot be Tudor. And it's not based on this, by the way, because I know what the team is. I don't like the team, but it cannot be Tudor. It cannot. Like I cannot go into the season with just vibes and pressing and stuff it's. I know it's gonna happen. It's not good enough. Like if you're gonna go against Inzaghi again and Gasperini and Conte with intensity and passion and stuff like that, because that's all the words going on right now. The mindset, and he talks to us, and he's in our head. Like it's just um it's not gonna work. And Elias, you can leave. I'm not forcing you to watch this, by the way. So you can leave. But we move. With Yildiz, without Yildiz, you need to go to Bologna and you need to win. It's much more difficult right now. It's not impossible. It's definitely not impossible, but it's if you ask Juve fans, 10 Juve fans, probably only 3 will say, yeah, we're gonna win, and 7 will probably say, nah. It's very difficult. It's very difficult to get it done, and that's just a sad reality of us right now. I got to the point where I'm like, whatever. Like whatever happens. Like it's
Yeah.
been that.
Like you mean making the Champions League?
Yeah, I'm like, I cannot be stressing about making Champions League.
Yeah, I'm there. Yeah.
Like the fear is only, what's gonna happen in the window. That's basically the fear, and on top of that, Thursday football, like horrible. Like 7 o'clock games, or was it? Yeah, 7. I think it's like, or a quarter before 7. I don't know what, but like early kickoffs and stuff like that. I don't want to watch us play. I don't want to go to Karabakh away, with all like I'm watch that, on a Thursday at 7 o'clock. With all due respect, like I don't want to do that. That's horrible. That's actually horrible. We've done it two years ago. It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun.
Yeah.
It wasn't Nice. No, we didn't play Nice. Was it? Who did we play? Who did Di Maria go? Was that Ren? No. I named them all right now. It wasn't Nice. It wasn't Ren. Nantes. No, it was Nantes. It was Nantes. And I think they got relegated as well, or not. It was Nantes. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't fun to watch. Like, the goals were good, but like it wasn't enjoyable. I'm not gonna remember that time. I didn't even know. Like, we played them and Sevilla, because we lost. And other than that, I don't know what opponent we play. I forgot who we actually played in the Europa League campaign. I have no clue. I know it's a German club. I think we played.
Ferencváros maybe from Hungary.
I have no idea who we played.
Yeah.
But that's me blanking that out. And I don't want to do that again. That's the fear. Every time I'm like, I don't care what's gonna happen. Immediately it pops up. Oh my god, it's Thursday football. It's Thursday night or whatever you want to call it, football, and then play on Sunday again. Like the schedule as well is just messed up. Or play on Monday, which is even worse. A lot of Monday games, because we'll probably push to Monday because we are Juve, and for viewership, they will hold that game on Monday. So a lot of Monday games, I'm like, oh my god, I'm not up for it. So I know when people like, we need to get Champions League, people are like, we're not gonna win it. I get it, but we're also not winning the Europa League. We messed it up a couple of times already. So I mean, it's not about winning the Champions League. Obviously, we're not gonna going into the Champions League. Only a handful of teams can say, like literally 5 teams, we're gonna win it. That's it, But we need that money. That's just the reality of it. We need that money, and if you want to attract certain players, it's sad. But that's football. It's about money. Yeah, you're in it, but yeah, you're not gonna win it. But does it really matter? Like, we're not going to win the Serie A, but we're playing it, and people are stressing about it. We're not winning it. But, I mean, stressing about top 4, I've done that with Allegri, with Pirlo that season. So, I don't want to do that again, Okay, we had that part of the show. Before you wrap it up, because I need to head out. Um, we do play. Why do I get? Oh, Lazio is done 2-2. Um, I don't even know the standing, so let me bring it up because I
It's really
have actually know.
close.
Okay, so it's Atalanta 65. They're gonna make it. It's us 62, Bologna 61, Roma 60, Lazio 60, Fiorentina 59. That's only 3 points. And Milan, yeah, they're not gonna make it, are they? So it's Fiorentina, Juve, Bologna, Roma. Fiorentina obviously play Betis in between. They play Roma, they play Venezia, they play Bologna, they play Udinese. Roma play Fiorentina, they play Atalanta, they play Milan, and they play Torino. Lazio, I think they have an easy schedule. Oh no, yeah, I think they play us. They play Inter, but at that point, Inter could already have lost the title. And they play Lecce as well, and Bologna play us, Milan again in the Coppa Italia in between, then Fiorentina and Genoa, and obviously we play Bologna, Lazio, Udinese, and Venezia. That being said, are we gonna make top four? Because really quickly, my opinion is still the same. I don't think we're gonna make it. Uh,
Hmm.
like we couldn't beat Parma. Yeah, we beat Monza, but I don't think we are gonna beat like two. We have three away games, by the way, three and three big ones because you're playing two teams who are in the mix for the same, and potentially you're playing Venezia on the final match day, who maybe need a win to stay in Serie A. So, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say we're gonna make it, and we're gonna make it mainly not because of us, but because of the other teams, because of the league's quality. And yeah, we're gonna make it. I think we're gonna draw against Bologna, win against the rest.
We're gonna beat
Um,
Lazio away from home.
yeah,
Okay.
I think so. Just because we always beat them, or most of the time, I would say.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just don't feel Lazio is that good. Um,
I mean,
yeah, I think we're gonna make it somehow.
on their day, they're pretty good. But
And
I see where you're coming.
and I also think Atalanta will drop out of the top four.
Nah, they have
Crazy
4 points
take,
clear.
but that's what I feel. Three, no?
I think it's four.
Oh, to top four? Yeah, no, 3 points to us.
Yeah, but who's sitting fifth? They need to drop out.
Bologna, yeah, 4 points. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't think that's too much. They're in. That means they're gonna need to lose everything. Basically, I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't.
Two
I don't.
games, I think.
Yeah, I don't. Nah, I think Bologna's in. I think Atalanta's in. Crazy part is that Fiorentina is still in the mix. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
Like in a
And
half
yeah,
normal season, this would not be an issue, and you would be in because I mean, the quota is extremely low. It's not. It's not a
yeah.
high quota. It's not a high quota.
If Tudor somehow make these
Yeah,
how
it's a
should I call
miracle.
them? Yeah, make these
Yeah.
bunch of young, mentally weak players win against Bologna and Lazio, then that's crazy.
I mean, if you lose against Bologna, then
It's over. Yeah.
you cannot lose against Bologna because then it's completely out of your hands.
Yep.
It's completely gone. Depending on what Roma are gonna do, if they're tied. But I
And
don't
I'm just afraid we're not. I don't know that we're gonna defend everything the whole game or something.
like you cannot lose against Bologna. That's period. You cannot lose against
Yeah.
Bologna and also not against. You need to win one of those two games. Period.
Yeah.
And you cannot lose any of those. Obviously, you cannot lose anymore. We messed up against Parma
Yeah. Four
because
points.
if you
Minimum
won
four
against
points. Yeah.
Parma, like you're probably gonna make it. You can say you're gonna make it. But we messed up. That would be 4 points off of the next one. if you mess that up with 12 points to play, then I don't know what to tell you. You know, that would be 4 points. You draw against maybe even the other two, and you win the last two, and you're in. But we didn't do that, so that's the situation. You need to go. I need to go out there on Sunday and show up, you know, and basically shock the world. You know how crazy it sounds, shock the world and beat Bologna at their place. That's the reality of it. But yeah, people. Anyways, we're gonna wrap it up because we did start a bit later, and I need to head out. But like the video, subscribe to the channel. Next live show will be what's a bit of a weird week over here. So Wednesday, not Thursday, not it's Friday. The next live show will be Friday this week, you know. And then we play on Sunday, then it's Monday match reaction again. But yeah, that's it, people. Again, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Norbert, thanks for joining today. We're almost done, you know, 4 more to go, and couple cup, but that's a different vibe. But right now, 4 more to go, and then we're done with it.
Yeah, yeah, it's crazy that we still need to think about these things and talk about these things, and nothing really changes.
We'll see. It's almost over, people. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you guys.